If you've ever dreamt of a celebrity replying to your comment, liking your post, or even messaging you, this story might make you think twice. I was scammed, not by some obvious fake profile with 3 followers, but by someone who cloned everything. The bio, the posts, the tone of voice. Even their foundation sounded real. I wanted to help, to give back, to be part of something good. Instead, I lost $50,000 to the smoothest scam I've ever seen. Here's how it happened, and how you can make sure it never happens to you. It started with a like. I'd commented on a video from a well-known celebrity. I'll call her S. She's famous for her humanitarian work and her large social media presence. The comment was heartfelt. Something like, "Love how much you give back. I wish I could help too someday." I didn't think twice about it, until I got a DM 2 days later. The message came from what looked like her verified account. Same name, same photos, same pinned stories of her foundation. It even had recent updates about relief programs and women's shelters. The tone was warm. She thanked me for my kind comment, said it touched her, and asked if I'd ever considered joining one of her private outreach missions. I was stunned. We chatted for hours. She told me about a project in Sierra Leone, building a rehabilitation center for women rescued from trafficking. She shared videos, pictures, and even a link to a private partner portal that had her name on the domain. It all looked so real. At first, I was skeptical, so I checked the domain. It was secured with SSL, had dozens of blog posts going back months, and listed legitimate-sounding names and partner NGOs. There were even testimonials. Nothing triggered my internal scam radar. She said, "This isn't public-facing. We offer early access to a few of our supporters every quarter. You'd be one of them, but only if you're serious about helping." That challenge felt personal. I was being invited into something exclusive, trusted by a global icon. Then came the ask. Not bluntly. She eased into it. Said the center had hit a snag due to a customs issue with medical equipment. They needed $50,000 to clear the shipment and reopen the facility. She made it clear this wasn't a donation. It was an investment in the humanitarian future. I told her I wasn't rich. I'd been saving up to open my own small cafe. But she said something I'll never forget. "You can always rebuild money. But women out there can't rebuild their lives without us." That line guilt-tripped me so hard, I wired the money within 48 hours. The payment went through a third-party escrow service. Again, everything looked clean. I got a confirmation email, login credentials to the donor dashboard, and even a PDF breakdown of expected project impact. It was all templated, but convincing. A week passed. Then 2. I didn't hear back. The dashboard showed the status as in progress. But when I reached out through the chat feature, no response. I emailed the contact they gave me. It bounced. I messaged her on the same platform we'd spoken on. No reply. I refreshed the page. Her profile was gone. Not just blocked. Completely deleted. I typed her name again. And that's when the real one showed up. The real verified celebrity account. Still there, still active. But I hadn't been talking to that one. Panic set in. I pulled up the old screenshots and compared the usernames. Just one extra underscore at the end. That's all it took to fool me. Same pictures. Same bio. Same follower count. At least it looked that way. I had no idea how sophisticated cloning had gotten. I contacted my bank immediately. They said the funds had already been withdrawn from the escrow account to an overseas shell company. Reversal wasn't possible. I filed a police report, but I could already hear it in their tone. Not much we can do. I spent the next few nights retracing every step. The foundation site was hosted offshore, using a proxy. The testimonials? AI-generated text. The partner logos? Stolen from real nonprofits. Every piece had been carefully constructed to mimic trust. It wasn't just the money. It was the shame. How could I fall for this? I didn't want to tell anyone. My family would say I was careless. My friends would say I was starstruck. So I kept quiet. And that silence nearly broke me. But silence is how these scammers thrive. They count on your embarrassment, on you feeling too stupid to report it. That's why I'm telling this now. Not because I want sympathy, but because someone else is being targeted right now. After some digging, I found a Reddit thread with nearly 40 other victims. All had been messaged by variations of the same celebrity account, using the same story about a foundation in crisis. One woman lost $3,000. Another lost $90,000 from her inheritance. The scammers were smart. They never used the same name twice, never asked for money up front. They built trust, created urgency, and used guilt like a tool. Every interaction felt tailored, human, and intentional. Eventually, I found a cybercrime reporting portal and uploaded all my evidence. I don't know if they'll catch them, but at least the case is documented. Maybe that will help someone down the line. To this day, I still see celebrity comments pop up under my posts. And I still flinch. Every time. I've become hyper-cautious. Sometimes too cautious. But it's hard to forget the feeling of betrayal when someone uses hope against you. People say, don't trust DMs from celebrities. But when everything looks perfect, it's not that simple. These aren't casual scammers. These are professionals. They're organized, patient, and often one step ahead of us. I've rebuilt some of the money I lost. Not all of it. But what I've really rebuilt is my radar. I now question everything. I slow down. I check URLs, emails, tone, even metadata when I can. And I tell this story to everyone who'll listen. Because if I can stop one person from wiring money to a fake foundation, then maybe the $50,000 wasn't lost. Maybe it became something useful. A warning. If you've been scammed, I want you to know. You're not dumb. You're not weak. You're human. And these people are getting smarter every day. Don't let shame silence you. Tell your story, share the red flags, and never send money without triple-checking who's asking. This is Michael Mitnick, where your pain becomes power. Stay smart, stay safe. Kindly like, share, and subscribe.